It's time for a little Funky Friday. From their funky hidden headquarters, your hosts, Keith and Gary. Not Jerry.
Thank you for that great intro, Tom. That is Tom from Midnight's Edge, my good friend, and really, in many ways, the co-father of this show.
So, hey, I don't even be that asshole, but it just said with Tom and Jerry. I'm kidding. With Keith and Jerry or Gary, not Jerry. Where's Keith?
I don't know. I think he overslept as usual. Everybody knows he's late to everything. It's been a running joke for 3 years. He's going to be late to his own funeral.
Hey, there he is.
That's Keith. I love Judge.
I got fooled by Fat Steven Seagal.
Welcome to another. Thank God it's Friday.
There he is in the back.
He's in the back. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, did you see that?
There's real Keith.
Hey,
there's the real one.
Hey, he's wearing the same sweater.
Hey, Keith. Yeah, he is, right?
All the live human beings on the upper ones.
I've been sitting back there since before you went to do everything, dude. Come on.
Oh, good. I love it when you get to hear me talk shit about you before we do the show.
They were around.
I do. I make fun of you so badly sometimes, Keith.
Oh,
but I love you so much. I wouldn't do the show if it wasn't
I should have
you.
done this before we went live. What's better?
He literally said he's our black guy. That's what he said.
You said
I will never
black
call
guy.
him Token. Although I do love that gag on South Park that all these years you find out his name is actually Tolkien.
So I'm gonna clip that out.
The only one that's been calling him Token.
You love to be gagged. I'm gonna clip that out and just like
You're just
gagged in the back, Gary.
Hashtag backdoor Gary.
And it's another great Friday, and we have the amazing Ivan Ortega here again.
Yay!
For those of you who don't know who he is, why are you watching our show? I don't understand. Ivan, of course, is best known because he is the one fan that had the balls to try to do a proper fan edit of The Last Jedi.
He made that turd shine.
And of course, he's gone through years of therapy to get over all the shit he went through over that. But me being who I am is going to drudge up all that dark shit again and get him talking about what he went through. Because my God, you got a lot of hate for that fucking shit.
He did.
Ivan.
He did. I remember that.
Undeserved.
I would probably love it.
Blue's Clues. All right, man.
What we were talking about. I asked
this is my emotionally support animal right now.
Hey, it's Blue. Hey, Blue.
But he got a lot of recognition too. I mean, Collider. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of outlets that were
Collider.
Yeah,
Collider.
I didn't even know about that.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of people covering it.
Yeah, you got a lot of street cred off of that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you're so humble, you don't even fucking know it.
Hey, Ivan, please let me ask you. So I have a 23-year-old son, and I raised him on Blue's Clues, and you just held up Blue. How old are you, bro? I'm just curious.
I just turned 30.
Did you watch Blue's Clues as a kid, or?
Oh, dude, I'm a huge fan. Like
Steve or Joe?
Oh, Steve, all the way.
Okay, amen. All right, cool.
Joe
Sorry, guys.
I mean, I was one of the people that I don't know if you guys saw it, but Steve came back and he did like a little video.
Oh yeah, dude, and I love that. It was so.
Dude,
cool.
I was crying.
Yeah, man.
Like Steve,
I sent it to my son. He was like probably 21 or 2 at the time. And like, and he called me up and we watched it together. And like, yeah, we were both like,
it was the closure we needed.
Yeah, man, totally. Because he just disappeared. It's like, come on, man, you like going to college? What?
I remember all the rumors going around that he had a drug habit and died.
No, he went to college and like in real life.
The rumors, dude. I know what happened.
He actually had a music career too.
Yeah, he did, and he was the actual producer on Blue's Clues. Like, he never really left the show.
Yeah, sorry to hijack the show and talk about.
No, that's okay. But my feelings on the showing emotions.
Are you crying? Am I crying?
We all love Blue's Clues. I raised my daughter on that show, Zoe. And one of these days, Ivan, I'm going to get on if we do this martial arts show together. I'm going to get her on because she studied jujitsu.
Oh, okay.
and
nice.
she was belted in that for quite a while.
Yeah.
I need your
until
help,
she
Gary.
until she decided to be a girl again and not do martial arts anymore.
So
But she
I'm
can
trying to
still
get-
hit really hard.
you guys saw my daughter earlier. I'm trying to get her into, and her mom's right here. I've been trying to get my daughter into like Brazilian jiu-jitsu or something, anything, because she's gorgeous, and I want her to be able to protect herself. And she's like doesn't want to do it. Like, what'd you do? How do I?
Well, first I taught Zoe until I couldn't teach her anymore because she would annoy me. Because I studied Kajin Kimbo and Ishinru, and starting with Ishinru because it's a gateway martial art. Taekwondo and karate are gateway martial arts to the real martial arts.
That's what I took was Taekwondo.
And Kajin Kimbo is a real street fighting style. It's a lot like Jeet Kune Do, that it takes the best fighting styles and mixes them.
You know, you've seen my fiance. All I hear right now is when she's yelling at me in Spanish. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's totally foreign language.
In Spanish. I know. I've had it happen with my brother-in-law and some of my nieces and nephews. They'll start walking around, and I'll yell at them. I said, "We're in America. Speak American."
Speak American. You know what's funny is a lot of people don't know this. America is one of the few countries on planet Earth that does not have an official language. Everybody assumes English is the official language, but
it doesn't.
It doesn't have one. It doesn't have it.
And I've been studying because of Polly over at Latino Slant. I've been studying Spanish because I want to be able to speak. I can speak in German and a little French and a little Chinese, and it doesn't do me a fucking bit of good in this life. I don't know anybody that speaks those languages. So it's like Spanish. I know tons of Hispanic people, all sorts of friends that are Spanish and family.
Sad you can't speak Scouse, mate.
Now you, where are you from originally?
Me?
Yes, you, sir.
Super.
Oh, me? Oh, shit.
You, where are you from?
I mean, it's pretty easy. I'm from Mexico.
You are from Mexico.
Yeah.
I've never heard you actually say where you're from.
You should lean into that accent more, man. It's so sexy. Like you're getting my panties wet.
Polly needs to get you on his Latino Slant, man. We need to get you on there. I'll talk to him. But he has a great affinity for supporting Latino, Hispanic movies, the language itself.
Can I ask a question? What's the
music.
difference between Latino and Hispanic? Like, isn't Latino all encompassing?
Well,
Hispanic is more like.
I have a problem with both because I want.
I'm just asking as a cis
I
male
have
white man.
Cuban friends that don't want to be referred as either of those.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much Latino. Whenever you say Latino, if you say Latinx, you deserve a punch in the face. Just
thank you.
What about?
Can we have that in writing, please, so that we can flaunt it out to all those assholes that are just like, use it because it's an inclusive term, mother.
That said, you know, as a cis white male, what should I say? Because you know, my girl's Guatemalan, my ex-wife's boyfriend's Cuban, and I don't want to like piss either of those people off because
you call them by their names.
Just their name. Okay. Well, fair enough.
Yeah, like or say, "What's up, dude?" You know, like.
Well, no. If somebody's like asking me to describe them, like me, it's easy. Yeah, I'm a chubby white dude with a gray beard. You know what I mean? Like what? Like, you know, replace white. Like, what do I? If it's not Latin or I guess Cuban or whatever the nationality is, like that's what you prefer.
I mean, yeah, you could just say that. I mean, I know that.
I wish we could just be like, hey, we're all human, and then that sums it up.
but we are too dumb still to like think that we that you know we still create barriers among ourselves.
Yeah, which is stupid.
But no, like whenever you say Latino, usually people think of Latin America, like you know Mexico, Guatemala. Chile, all of that, like Latin America. When you say Hispanic, it's usually people that can speak Spanish. So sometimes I've seen people from Spain call themselves Hispanics because they speak Spanish.
May I ask it? Hold up. My ex-wife is sitting over here having a blast. She's white.
Yeah.
But she's fluent in Spanish. She was a Spanish teacher for like a decade. Yeah. And my girl's Guatemalan, I think I told you. So when we all hang out, they fucking talk and I don't understand Spanish at all.
They're talking about you the whole time.
I'm sure they are. That's always what I think. But she says no. But hey, he just said, like you said, Hispanic is anybody that speaks Spanish, right?
Usually, yeah.
So do you consider yourself Hispanic? No, she doesn't. Okay, that's all. I know you lived in Spain, but you're still not Hispanic. Never mind. Sorry. Anyway.
I mean, it's like myself, right? Like I can speak English, kind of.
Don't
but
say hi
I don't,
so they know I'm not making you up.
You're fluent.
But I
this
don't
is
consider
my
myself.
This is my
like,
Hispanic ex-wife who lived in Spain and
hello, ex-wife.
say something in Spanish.
Enlarge you so you can see.
Yeah, say something in Spanish, please. Oh, wow.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Run!
Qué bueno.
Hello.
Aprenderlo, así puede entender.
What?
Claro que puedo entender y qué bueno que lo dejaste. Mereces mejor.
Okay, man. She's already probably cussing me out.
Were you talking about me?
Oh,
Were you
shit.
talking
Yeah,
He was like, "Come over here and perform."
I know, right? Hey, monkey. You know. Oh, hey.
Hey, before we go any further, I want to say hello to everybody in the chat. We got Das Wolfen, who's a close friend of Keith and mine. Zax, who is our, for some reason,
Hail,
never
Zax.
involved with the show anymore, but he was supposed to be our director, production manager. I don't know what you're doing there, Zax. Why aren't you back into the show? Huh? Okay. Pat S, who's a producer on the show. Pijo is, of course,
PJ.
some other.
PJ.
I want to say Pijo now. And it's just like your Dork Nightly. Your mother's name is Pijo. And,
hence the space between the J and the L. Am I supposed to answer that question? I'm at home, Mom. How do you not know
and that,
this?
of course, is Dork Knight's mom.
Yeah. Sorry.
And we've got the lovely Sherry is in the chat. Hello, lovely Sherry.
Hello, lovely
Hello,
Sherry.
Sherry.
And
The
Purple
sensational
Valkyrie,
Sherry. Ooh,
our
yeah.
lovely limey lady from the UK. I have
you
quite
are
a few
from
limey
understand.
friends. I
Oh, hey,
love them.
Purple Valkyrie. She's great. I've seen her.
Our
on
very
there,
good
yeah.
friend Martin Acosta Santana. ¿Qué tal, mi amigo?
With his Xbox
Hello.
guy there.
Let's see who else is in the chat right now. Soul Assassin is here.
Hey.
And of course, our good friend who's also on the show, Nick from Echo Base.
Hello, Nick.
And Courtney
Hello.
is here. I will not call you by your full name. God damn it. Shorten your damn name. It's too long.
It's the oddballs. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's just too fucking long.
Yeah, it's
seriously.
Courtney's Fellowship of Oddballs. It's too long.
But
It's too
I
fucking
will
long.
call her Courtney. She
Yeah.
knows who I'm talking
Court. You
about.
should just break it down monosyllabically. Just go to court. You know?
Court. I'm too lazy to say the whole name. Just as a little joke for you, Ivan, when I was in the Army, I thought it was funny that, all the Mexican guys would hang together and talk.
Yeah.
Okay. And I wanted to fuck with them one day. So Private U, Chinese soldier I served with, I said, hey, man, I speak just enough Chinese to get us in trouble, Cantonese. I'm going to speak some gibberish to you in a second. I want you to just start laughing. And then we both slowly in turn and look at the Mexicans. And we did it.
Nice.
I went, hey, you, hayabu yao bang bang.
I have no idea. Are our screens all aligned? So if I look
Yeah, right now they're aligned.
that way,
And so
it looks like I'm looking
we
at
did.
Ivan.
We turned together to look at the Mexicans, and they're all looking at us. It's like, it's not so funny when you don't understand, is it? They cracked up laughing.
It's never funny. I can't wait. I need to get my Google glasses, man, where they do the automatic translation for you, like right here.
Oh.
So it's like, you get like real-time subtitles with people. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not that boss
Hey,
yet.
Soul Assassin, just to let you know, I actually can count in 8 languages, all the way to 100.
Oh,
And
Stacey.
some of them even over 100.
How many
But,
languages are you
weird.
fluent in? 3. She's fluent in 3. So you know that movie Triple X from like late 90s, maybe early 2000s with Vin Diesel, first one. So there's like this whole scene at the end where they're speaking in Russian, but they don't give you subtitles.
Right.
And we're in the movie theater, and I'm like, hey, what are they saying? Because I know she speaks Russian, and she's like translating it for me. I was like, why the hell didn't they have the subtitles? It was crazy to me, but like, yeah. And that was the reason I married her, and it was not
And there
good
you
enough
go.
to stay married.
So, all right, let's get the show back here on tracks. We're off rails. Let's get it on the rails. Push it onto the rails. Let's start asking Ivan some questions here, guys. That's what you're here for. Our lovely TGIF panel, which is called Pop Culture Minefield and Friends. And we need to ask Ivan some questions because this guy came on here for a fucking reason. So let's go,
awesome.
Keith. Keith,
Let's do
number one black guy in my life.
First of all, welcome back, Ivan.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
It is always great to have you, young man. And again, as I said before, the last time you were here, you are an educator. Okay,
Thank you so
are
much.
someone who is just you're.
He had me. He had me at blue. You know.
He got me when he.
You really are an educational channel. What was that, Viking?
He had me when he just dumped all the bullcrap from the Last Jedi. You know.
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's get
what
into
I really
it.
enjoyed when you were doing that was your almost daily updates.
Yeah, that's what I was
show
doing.
how
Yeah.
you're doing it, and you were using Adobe, as I recall, right? Premiere?
Yes.
Yeah, Premiere Pro.
I'm a
Adobe,
Sony Vegas guy. I really
My
love
son
Sony
uses
Vegas.
that.
Look,
Sony
man,
Vegas.
it is
We
the
use
most
Filmora.
I'm a Da
user-friendly
Vinci.
video editor.
I'm Da Vinci.
I'm
so-
trained on Adobe as well as Avid.
Well,
Yeah.
I have the creative suite, so it's like, why would I I'm already paying for it. I might as well use that shit.
Yeah, I've got them all. But I prefer because like when I'm doing these shows and I do edits on these shows, I can actually edit half the time on
On
Sony
what?
Vegas.
Yeah.
It's
So-
just a very quick program.
That's what my son said because he's a skateboarder and he does all of his own edits of his skate videos. And he was just like, because I was talking about Adobe Premiere, and he was like, "Yeah, Sony Vegas is just so much easier."
It's a
I was like,
resource hog.
yeah. Oh,
And I can be watching a movie and editing you fuckers in my videos. And yeah, you like that, Ivan? I call all my friends fuckers. So. But
Technically, we all mostly have had sex, right? We all are
Yeah, it's
fuckers,
true.
right? So yeah.
I got 4 fuck trophies, so it's all good.
yeah, but those were like second place.
Oh no!
Hey man, have you not
Best
seen my
runner-up.
kids? No, my
Second
daughter's
place, man.
gorgeous. Yeah, whatever.
But what I loved about your shows that you would put on is that they really were educational on how to do not just the editing, the technical aspect of editing, but you would
Yes.
focus a lot on story
Yes.
and how to tell a story visually and with sound. And I'm like going, oh my God, does this guy not know he's giving one of the best film editing classes on the internet?
I didn't know.
No, I've thought that.
And
I thought
it's
the same
something
way,
that
man.
I really do want to bug you and help produce a show that's all you do is teach people how to do what you do, how to understand it.
Yeah,
Not
they have a
everybody
website for
can
that
understand though. This is the problem. It's not it's like you have to know how to tell a story before you can be a really good editor.
Mhm.
You
Yep.
have to be as good as any fucking screenwriter to be
No,
a
that-
good
I was-
film editor.
I was just about to say that. Like it's a lot of it's about writing in the mind's eye. You know what I mean? And like for editors, I think personally, like
Mhm.
especially if you're not, say you're the writer and the editor or either or, and it's a different
Yeah.
director, you need to be able to have that ability, which I have with a lot of my artists, where you guys can tap into each other's mind's eye and kind of see exactly the vision of the other person. You get what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
So what got you started in that direction? What made you want to do film editing? Did you want to be a filmmaker?
Yes, I always kind of wanted to be in the film industry. It was because of Jurassic Park, actually.
I
don't
remember
know.
you actually said that in one of
Nice.
your episodes.
Nice.
Yeah. Jurassic Park was just kind of like I don't have a single memory where I didn't like dinosaurs, and just I don't know. It just kind of like impacted me a lot.
Did you want to
And-
do animation?
Yeah.
Did you think about that?
Mm-mm.
So,
No.
like, what was it about it that, like, was it the special effects? Was it just the dinosaurs in general? Was it the
No, just like I consider it still to this day a perfect movie. Like
you and Alex got to get together from Salty Nerd? Like, you guys, like, he says the same thing, and I just don't see it, man. I mean, but it's okay.
no, it's just like narratively speaking, you can watch
Yeah,
it.
narratively. I mean, we know it's a flawed film because there are lots.
Yeah,
of little
there's
things there,
definitely
but
flaws
what you're
in it.
talking is a perfect film when it comes to structure and story.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't know, I just really liked it a lot. And then I rewatched it when I moved to the US, and it gave me a completely different meaning. And it was, when was it? I think it was when I had my first MP3 player, and I was listening to music, and I thought about a trailer like for a movie that didn't exist, and I was like, I could do that. Like, I think I can. And knowing that the U.S. has so much opportunity to do filmmaking, I was like, well, this could be actually a thing. Because when I was in Mexico, I wanted to, but I couldn't because
circa what year are you talking? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, like 2010, I believe.
Well, YouTube was a thing. Like you couldn't.
No, but I wasn't into YouTube. Like I heard of people talking about YouTube, but I was like, because in Mexico, like YouTube for me was just to listen to music.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Like I didn't know that people were creating videos and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so, and it just because like I don't know, but that in itself kind of grew, and then I started rewatching a lot of movies that I watched as a kid that kind of gave me a new appreciation, like The Lord of the Rings, for example. Yeah. Then I started watching The Matrix more, The Crow, like we were talking about.
Oh man, yes,
so good.
And then I watched the one that I thought it was. This is it. Which I don't know if you know this one. It's American Werewolf in London.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
I watched the behind the scenes of the makeup transformation for the werewolf, and I don't know, something clicked to where I was like, wait, people do this. Like, you know, that was kind of the breaking point where I decided that I could do something.
You could do it for a living. Which
I was like, no, this like people actually do this. So I don't know. It was just kind of like what made me decide to get into filmmaking. And honestly, that's when the backlash started from my family, because they were like, in Mexico, you don't hear about you wanting to be a filmmaker because it really doesn't exist. So all of my family in Mexico were like, sure, this is a phase, like just like your emo phase, like it's gonna fade out.
It's gonna fade away.
Like you'll grow up into an accountant.
And they're probably still saying, well, he's gonna grow out of this filmmaking thing one day.
One day.
Now that I can actually like afford my own things and like live comfortably by myself.
Now that I'm a grown ass man.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're a grown ass man. Yeah.
Now my family are like, okay, yeah, you like they actually said it. I visited Mexico one day, and they kind of all together because we went to eat, and I wanted to like just because I paid for everyone's meal, and they kind of like sat there and they're like, you shut us up. You proved us wrong. Like, congratulations, you actually you did it. And
how sweet did that fucking feel?
Man, I was like,
that victory.
I totally get that because as an artist, I had to work a medical job for years before my art career took off, and once it did take off, all of a sudden the people who used to criticize me back in high school, teachers and another person that worked in what do they call it, social services or whatever in the school, is like they're wanting me to come back and speak at school, and I'm like, fuck you guys, you're the ones who said I'd never do anything.
I can totally relate to that, man. I was a freaking insurance agent at the same time as I was trying to start my art career, and it was
But
you on the other hand, though, you went to school for some of this, right?
No, I mean,
no.
Yeah, technically yes, but no. So the way it happened is that I was working. I don't know if you guys know this restaurant, Steak and Shake.
Oh yeah, of
course.
And,
it's huge here in Vegas.
That's the official welcome station of Missouri.
In fact, my ex-wife and I, her first date was at the Steak and Shake on Wendover Avenue in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Springfield, where Keith is, has the first Steak and Shake on Route 66. Yeah.
I was making shakes, and then I saw that they were hiring for a photographer on a nearby Target. So I applied for that job, and simultaneously that's when I got into college. But I kind of already knew how to edit because I got into it very early on because of a dear friend of mine that taught me Movie Maker.
So way back. Oh, so okay, that's what I was about to ask. Like way back.
Yeah, like way back when. So I was already like I knew how to use the program barely, but at least enough to.
Are you talking
create.
Windows Movie Maker?
No, well, it started with Windows. Then I started using Final Cut in high
Okay.
school because of a class, and then I moved into Premiere.
Okay.
But
yeah.
So that's when I joined college, and I went for television production because that was kind of the only thing I could afford. And then after a year and a half in college, and I'm not saying that you should follow my advice because you shouldn't.
But what worked for you was.
But what worked for me was a combination of factors. One being the fact that everything that I was learning in school, I felt like I already knew. And I was going to school and I was working part-time, so I could barely afford to eat, really. Like I was having a spending budget of like $100 every month. Like $100 had to last me a month.
Did your tuition, like the college?
Wow, that must have been a lot of ramen.
Yeah, right.
Oh, dude.
Did your tuition include the lunch? Because like at the college I went to, it didn't. Oh, okay, shit, that sucks. Okay.
No, because I was working at and Target. If you're looking at this, I'm sorry. I had to do it. I'm sorry. I'll pay for it. I'll pay it back. But so because I was working at Target and they had the portrait studio,
yeah,
I would pretty much eat once a day because at work I would go to the deli and grab like 3 pieces of chicken. And I would tell them, oh, no, I'm going to pay it on my register because that's where I have my discount. So I would bring the chicken to my register. I put it behind the register, wait about an hour and a half until someone came to actually ask me to pay for it. And if they didn't, I would just eat the chicken. and that's it. Like I think I owe Target about 3 months worth of fried chicken.
Yeah, they don't care. I was the MMB manager at a Target in my youth, so like every Tuesday morning, well, like Tuesday night at like 2 a.m. or whatever, when movies and music came out, because they used to come out on Wednesdays, I'd have to be there at the ass crack of dawn. And you best believe, like, you don't think I got free food? Shit, man. Like, come on.
No, but I had to do what I had to do, so
Yeah.
I decided to go full time with the photography business and leave school. But that was mostly a survival thing.
But it was also like, that was a bold, courageous thing, because that's a huge risk. A lot of people who aren't entrepreneurs just don't understand. Like, you're like basically on a tight wire or whatever it's called without a net.
Yeah,
tightrope without a net. And it's do or die. And it's for certain people. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like it did this for you. Lit that fire in your ass. We're like, I'm not going to fail. You know what I mean? Is that right?
Yeah, pretty much. It was just like, dude, I gotta, because I wanted to eventually bring my mom from Mexico here to the US and like be like, oh, this is my place and everything. But I was living in the bedroom of a house with other people, and obviously I couldn't bring her and be like, yeah, these are my
this is my roommate.
This is my roommate.
Well, that's an interesting question. Is do you have any family up here now?
I mean, I have my father, my real father. He lives here, but I moved out of his house really shortly after high school ended. Mm-hmm. So I didn't really get to live with him a lot. It was maybe like 2-3 years or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I mean, I talked with him, and obviously I have my half brother and half sister too, and I get along a lot with my brother. But like in regards of real family that I grew up with, because my father always lived here. So in regards of family,
oh, your dad lived here already. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right on.
So, yeah. So family that I grew up with, none. Everyone is down in Mexico.
Well,
do you go down to see him very often?
Now I can. At least I try once a year to see them, and it's hard in a way because there's so many things that I want to share with them. Like that I would like to like let's just Steak and Shake, for example. There's no Steak and Shake in Mexico, and I would like to be like, oh, this is where I worked, but obviously I can't bring all my family, so I have this kind of split life to where when I come back, I kind of have to play catch up a lot.
Yeah, no, I can see that. Yeah.
Do they ever pick on you for losing your accent? There's a lot of people who leave their home country and then come back after living in the U.S. for a while, get poked fun at by their friends and family. You sound American now.
Oh, I do.
Really? Because I was just complimenting his accent earlier. I was like,
it's like Craig Ferguson, one of my favorite Scottish talk show hosts ever. Anytime you went back home to Inverness, you know, they would do that to him. Said, "Oh, you sound like American."
Well, thankfully, I did not lose my street accent from Mexico.
Okay.
I still keep it because I talk on the phone with them a lot, so I can.
Right on.
I still have my ratchet sound. But
so I don't want to interrupt, but I don't know if you guys saw my kid needs me, so I got to dip out. I don't know if I'll be back or not, but Ivan, dude, it was great to meet you. I wish I could talk to you more. Yeah, man.
Hold on a second now. I want to put you up, so if you're not coming back, this is Dork Knight LV, or as I call him, Dork Knightley. And I hope your amazing mother sticks around because I love her comments.
Oh yeah, Mom. Please, well, I need her to stick around so she can tell me what I missed. But my kid needs me right now.
Okay,
he's okay, Mom. Don't worry, Dorian's fine. But I'll hit you up later. And thank you guys for having me.
You bet,
it's nice meeting you, man.
Yeah, likewise, Ivan. Thanks, guys.
I'll see you later, man.
Pleasure.
See you, Dork Knight.
So Ivan, is there anything, any film recently that has motivated you to at least consider giving us a better edit of it?
Oh yeah, 100%. And you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna make it official right now. I recorded a video about it, but I haven't posted it. But this is something that I decided to do. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to re-edit into a movie the series of Boba Fett.
Awesome.
Oh, you know what's really funny? I made a joke about that.
What?
That somebody should do that and take all the garbage out and keep all of the good stuff.
Now, this is how I'm going to plan on doing it, because this is going to be kind of drastically different than The Last Jedi. So I'm not going to do, first off, I'm not going to be doing dedicated videos for each specific change like I was doing with the Last Jedi. I'm going to go on Twitch and I'm going to just edit, and then I'm going to clip out some stuff.
Yeah, that works. That works actually to do that.
So that's going to give you a more in-depth, because with the Last Jedi, I was editing, then on the major changes, I would make a video about it. But now I'm going to show you from beginning to end. The only times that I'm going to be editing are going to be live, so you can watch my reasoning and trial and error of things. Now, what I'm planning on doing with Boba Fett, I'm not, and this is something that, you know, just FYI, I'm not going to make a Boba Fett movie redeeming the character of Boba Fett. Because, here's the thing. What I did with The Last Jedi, I tried to make a movie that would fit into the Star Wars that we know and love. You know, trying to redeem the characters, trying to make them have the same continuity from the previous. Now, with Boba Fett, I haven't even watched Eternals.
It's garbage, dude.
A lot of things
Just
you have to fix
garbage.
on that, man.
I've got a question for you, Ivan, before you continue.
Yes.
One of my problems structurally was flashbacks are the signs of a weak writer. And I said all along that the flashback should have been done as pre-story. That it should have been told in order of events happening. Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, pretty much what I'm going to do with Boba Fett as a movie is going to be a Quentin Tarantino style movie. I'm going to make it very Western, and it's going to be divided in chapters like the Hateful Eight. So it's going to have prologue, and it's going to be the prologue. Then I'm going to have like the chapters. Now, what I'm thinking aesthetically and make it artistic in order to solve a lot of things. Stupid Vespa motorcycle. What I'm planning on doing,
your own special effects.
I'm going to make this movie black and white. But what I'm going to do is that in certain things to emphasize certain moments or character decisions or just moments in general, it's going to be black and white, but sometimes you'll have one color. Like sometimes Boba Fett's going to have like just the red on his helmet, but everything's still black and white. That's going to be my artistic approach to give it a tone that is a more serious, to give the excuse to make it more choppy in a way, to eliminate a lot of things. So I'm approaching this as an art film, so I can eliminate a lot of dumb decisions, a lot of even hints of comedy that they did not land at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing.
Dude, I'm excited, man. I'm excited.
And
I love your
you announced it
style,
here,
so.
and we're going to put it out as a clip by itself. So I'll share the link with you so you can share it of you saying that. And I want to introduce you to a good friend of ours. This is my buddy Matt Vader from Salty Nerd.
Hi guys.
Hey man.
Hello, man.
How are you?
I don't know, man. He is my evil twin.
I think I met Ivan a long time ago, and let me tell you something.
Hey, remember that time, Ivan, when I
well, you
remember
making
the
the show?
in the bathroom? Remember that time?
yeah. You re-editing this to make it watchable is super exciting. I'm pumped. That's
every single person on this panel is going to want to see your cut.
Absolutely.
Ivan,
I
I'm still waiting for the Iron Fist edit, man.
I propose that. You know what, mate? If Ivan is okay with this, once it's ready, I propose that maybe we have special show with them with a premiere or something, so that we can celebrate that this is coming out.
Six, I know it's complicated to explain everything, and I try not to go ad nauseum into things to explain, but that is the general idea that flashbacks is bad writing, but there are moments when it's necessary, and it works perfectly in The Godfather too. But thanks for calling me out. That's awesome. Appreciate it. Let's see. Mr. Tickle Trunk is here. Hold on a second, guys. I want to see who else has joined us that I haven't mentioned. Let's see. Because I saw a few people. Force Ghost Jeremy is here.
Oh, what's up, Force Ghost Jeremy?
Let's see. Mr. Tickle Trunk, of course, is here. Who's one of our absolute most awesome fans of the show. We deeply appreciate it. And we're fans of his, to be honest. I find him hilarious. Let's see. I saw someone else pop in. I hate missing people. Zacharot 315. That's who I spotted that popped in. I want to say hi to everybody and welcome to the show. And if you guys got questions for Ivan, feel free to ask. That's what the chat's for.
Yep.
And yes, I'm here. Didn't you notice the smell? Yes, I smelt you.
Wow.
Mr. Tickle Trump.
Yeah.
I was just making fun of somebody writing that in an article over on Geekosity. The scent of his son. I'm like, who the fuck smells the scent of their son? Yeah, I'm like, what a weird fucking thing to post in a comment.
That means you need to go take a shower.
Yeah.
Yes.
You sensed him. Say that.
Damn,
Don't say you smelled his scent.
That's weird.
Weird. But the writers over there are really good at Geekosity. I just like to poke fun at them every once in a while because they're all good friends. Martin says hello. Oh, he's just talking to someone in the chat. Fuck you guys. Hey, Rough Girl's here. I hear tell she's a furry. I don't know if it's true. Maybe she could confirm in the chat. Are you a furry? Is that true? What they told me, Rough Girl? They're sexy. As long as they're actually girls and not guys looking like girls in their fur. That is a scary thing about furries, man. They freak me out.
They are something.
Why is it I never get to come on the show hardly ever? And the moment I do, you start talking about furries.
It's because you're a furry motherfucker, dude. Jesus, you're like a goddamn human Muppet with all that fucking fur all over you.
I gotta leave now. You're creeping me out.
I love you, Matt. You're a good dude.
Hey, Matt.
But let's get down to some of the brass tacks of the outcome of doing your Last Jedi got you banned from fucking Star Wars groups.
Yes,
because they're so fucking high and mighty. It's like, how dare you edit that film? We do not recognize that film.
Well,
you know,
even
though all you were trying to do is just make it more entertaining for us legacy fans.
Yeah. I mean, honestly,
because you're a legacy fan.
Yeah. And honestly, like, I never got that. You know, like I received emails that I was banned from a couple of groups that I didn't even heard of, and
they just because you didn't know about them yet.
Yeah, they're like original trilogy.
Original trilogy. Yeah, I remember you there. So,
and I was like, oh, okay, good for you, I guess. Like,
original trilogy is a really toxic place to be. There's a lot of assholes there. I've been there for a while.
Oh yeah.
And I remember one of the comments that I did read years ago. They said like, "Oh, Ivan is, he's taking money from people to doing this edit, blah blah blah." And a lot of stupid stuff like that. I'm just like, what the fuck are you guys talking about?
Yeah, like just because I opened a Patron for my YouTube channel that had The Last Jedi, but the Patron was like,
it's no different than us doing this right now.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Look at that ticker.
Yeah,
we're saying, hey, super stickers and super chats help support the channel and what we do.
Like, I said it from the very beginning. Like, I am going to do this re-edit, and whether you join the Patron or watch the video, it's completely up to you. But I'm still going to do it regardless. So. Whoever decides to give me $1 is their own choice. But yeah, these people were like, oh no, and he's doing this, and one of the comments that I saw from I think it was Original Trilogy or another of those obscure groups. They were like, because of this, if this fan film gets a lot of notoriety, then Disney's gonna come and crack us down. They were feeling
yes, I remember that was
because I did a fan edit that was my fan edit.
Yes,
and I'm sorry to say this to all the Original Trilogy people that are watching, if they are or not. Not that I really care, but my fan edit was way more popular than their most popular fan edits all combined.
Yes.
And really because of that, they were like, oh no, now they're gonna pay attention to us, and Disney's gonna come crack us down, like the deep state is just like snipering them or something.
Yeah. And I can say it like this. I've seen a lot of fan edits from people there, and all of them are doing the same stuff and copying each other, and you're the only one that did something different.
I mean, and it's so funny, dude. It's so funny that, like, right now I can laugh, and because at the moment I was like, I'm banned. Like, I am just trying to make people happy, and I'm getting banned for it. Jesus, like, but honestly, I think, and this is personally, I believe this. I've experienced a lot of gatekeeping in my life, especially in the film industry. You have the high and mighty film editors that edited with celluloid, and they think that their way is the only way, and if you don't do it the way we do it, you're not a real editor, just a posse, like you're an imposter. And I've always disagreed with that. I think that if you do it right and you do it good, then you did it good, and that's it. Like, whatever means you use, like, I edit with Adobe Suite, but if someone creates a way better edit with Movie Maker, I'm not gonna call him, you're not a real editor because you didn't use the Adobe Suite. Like, no, you are an editor because you edited a thing and it was good. So that's it. So whenever they started gatekeeping my edit from all these forums that I really just try to sometimes come to and be like, hey, I want to do this for you guys too. If you guys have an input and you want to teach me the ropes, I'll be more than happy. And they're like, oh no, you're not a fan, you're just an asshole. And like, all right.
See, but
and here we are 2 years later, People still talk about my re-edit, and no
Yes.
one gives a freaking shit about their website in general. So it's
Yeah,
like,
because they've melted into the background. Your edit's still the subject of a lot of discussion.
Mhm.
I know that it comes up with me at least once or twice a month
nice.
when I'm talking to people. Of course, they're usually at a funeral, and I'm just standing there going, "Hey, did you see Ivan Ortega's at fan edit of last? Oh, yes, I'm going to miss your husband too. Yes,
Nice.
Fucking hell, Gary.
I think that it didn't really deserve all of that criticism that it has got, because in one of the movies from, for instance, the prequels, that many people have mixed feelings over, the Phantom Menace, for example, also has had edits, and they erased the Jar Jar Binks, for example, and many people
Yes.
just praised them as, oh, this is really cool, and I reckon that what you did, to try to make the fans happy, I think that it's really quality work. I mean, I have seen
Thank
it,
you.
I like it, I think that it's really cool. And all that hate comes from the fact that we have been having like this sort of culture war or something, that in which people are divided, taking sides, and then there's the fans and the quote unquote fans, those people that do not tolerate the opinions anyone else has, and that's what I talk about. Fake fans, not the new fans. You can like whatever you want. I don't care what you like, but the thing is, those fake fans, that do not tolerate other opinions, I think that just not paying attention to them is the right path to go. You are doing a good job, with editing that, and now that you're going to edit Book of Boba Fett, and can't wait for to see something like that. It's really, really cool. So
Thank
I think
you.
that you didn't deserve all that hate, and all that banning, that you got.
you didn't deserve any of it, to be honest with you, because you're doing
No.
something out of love. And when
Yeah.
people hate on something you
Yep.
do out of love, it's just ridiculous.
And a goddamn great editor, man.
Yeah, and
Thank you.
I don't know if you ever saw this, and I'm going to share it right now with you. This is one of my favorite videos about your edit. Was from Big Screen Movies. And have you ever heard this guy's review of your edit?
Maybe not.
I'm going to share this in the chat so everybody can see this thing. I'm not going to show it right now, but you really do need to see it, Ivan.
Okay.
This guy had a deep appreciation for all the different levels of what you did. And here we go, guys. In the chat, there you are. And then I'm going to do it here in the private chat. So, Ivan, you can also have this link. Go check out what this guy said about your film. I really thought it was a good review of what you did, and I agreed on almost every point.
Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it.
Because a lot of us are focused on it, and like especially when we have Script Doctor on here with us. Script and I go into long discussions about structure. We start talking about themes, when a plot should be used, and we understand the idea that a plot isn't necessary to tell a good story. You can have a story without a plot. And a plot is nothing more than just another device that a writer uses to help tell his story. And the story, you need a character, lead character, protagonist. You don't even need an antagonist, but if you have one, each character needs to have an arc.
Yep.
And it's something that you understood in the editing, because I saw what you did with each character when you were doing the edit of that film. You were taking things out that interrupted or retarded the arc in some way, like taking out the stupid jokes.
No.
Yeah,
like a joke can only be good if it serves the story.
Right.
Like it really that is really what it comes down to. And a lot of the Last Jedi problems came with the contradictions that it had in itself. Like, for example, with Boba Fett, the biggest problem that I have with him was the fact that he is talked to as such a ruthless killer, yet all of his decisions and all of his jokes show the complete opposite.
Yes.
So my job as an editor is to see that and say, okay, so how can I make this character consistent? So now I'm thinking, okay, let me give him an excuse for his trying to be someone, but still have moments where it can be justified that he's a cold-blooded killer.
Yeah.
So that's how I need to approach it with all the characters, and I did exactly the same with The Last Jedi. You have to look at every character and see, okay, where are they starting and where are they heading, and how can I get there in the most cohesive way possible.
Yeah.
Is my mic
I can hear you, Steven.
Yeah, we can hear you now, Steven.
Two things. Well, the first thing is if as an idea from the whole Boba Fett thing, since I was trying so hard not to meme the crap out of it because those Vespas just ruined it for me with the Planeteers. But there is something you can actually take into construct, not just the teachings, but of the Sand People taught them that we didn't see off screen, but how the those water coconuts, whatever you want to call them, maybe whatever it is, they said you eventually develop a reliance on it. Maybe that is what has changed his mindset. It had some type of induction or inducing effect that he was unaware of, and not even the back the tank could fix.
No, yeah, and that's the thing. Like one of the ways that I was thinking of doing this was through music. Music explains a lot.
It does.
So I was thinking, okay, how can I give Boba a moment of like redemption? So what I was thinking is in the scene of the Lion King when Simba goes back to his pride. to the pride, and we see him running in the desert, and we just see like the paws, and everything. I was thinking, okay, there's a scene where Boba Fett is just walking. I can have him just walking with melancholic music and some sort of flashbacks to like the memory of his people, just to kind of cement the idea like this had way more emotional impact than it did before. So whenever he's with the bantha, instead of being like, go and make baby banthas, don't have him say anything, and just having like caress him, and the bantha leaves with music, and that's it. He doesn't have to say anything, and you understand, because of his connection to the people, he's saying a farewell. Now he's respecting the tribe, for example. So that's how you start to like make a character cohesive.
Well, you bring up the quiet, and I want to point out that this was the same complaint I had with the Jason Momoa Conan the Barbarian film. You cannot take a guy who is the strong silent type and have him riding around on a horse talking like a 16-year-old girl on prom night. And you can't get him to shut up. And I joke in my review that this movie felt like it was written by 16-year-old boys writing about what they think grown men talk like. And that's what Conan the Barbarian remake or reboot or whatever you want to fucking call it was. And Boba Fett had the same feel to it. You have a character who's a strong silent type who's suddenly just blathering all the fucking time. And I was so tickled when Tamura in his interview was criticizing that himself. Going, I kept trying to, pan my dialogue off on the other character, Ming Na's character, and I'm like, yes, because Conan, like Conan, Boba Fett doesn't fucking have to talk a lot. He's a warrior.
Yeah. There is also another scene. Well, there's two, because there's a second thing here. You know how they did a flashback of him in the helmet with the head falling out, right? There's another way to actually change that up, and that should be actually played like as a background image when he's picking up the Jaffe stick. When he comes back to the Tusken camp. That's when the helmet scene should have been played at the same time, because it would show a relevance of why it has such an emotional attachment of loss. Again, it's like history repeating itself. And through the desert, you in some way, you don't have to show the scenes of like maybe how he up to the death of his dad or Django, but show like the silhouettes of certain scenes overplayed, like either through not like Lion King through the clouds, but in the Bantha shadow going through the desert. So it's showing like from here to there, like an actual trek, as well as his childhood till then.
Hey, Nick, I see your message. You got to go.
Yeah, I actually got to get logged into work, but I did want to.
Last question before you go.
Yeah, I did want to say just a couple quick things. First off, Ivan, thanks for being here today. Guys, thanks for having me on the show here today. But as some of you might not know or be aware of, is other than outside of martial arts and doing edits and editing and that sort of type thing that Ivan does, he's also a very fantastic drummer. And as somebody,
we haven't even talked about that yet because I'm a drummer.
As somebody who came up in the music space, I was out on tour for a while, and my dad was in bands, and I started off on drums and moved to guitar. But as a musician fan, I've been watching a lot of reaction videos lately, and I just wanted to get Ivan's take on if he is a fan or knows of Dana Carey from Tool, and if he has seen the video of him playing live in concert, playing a Numa, one of their songs off their new album. I actually posted the link in there. If you haven't, Ivan, I would love to see your reaction to it as a drummer, because I think it's absolutely phenomenal. And I think you'll dig it if you haven't seen it. But
I haven't.
Definitely
going to.
I've got it pulled aside. After the show, I'll play it for him.
Okay. It's awesome.
All right.
Thanks a lot, Nick. I'll see you later, buddy. And by the way, you guys should have Ivan on your guys' show.
We've had Ivan on before.
You have? Okay.
Yeah, I've been a big fan of Ivan's for
Echo Base Network.
way
Outstanding
back.
show.
You know?
No, yeah.
Before we even created our channel, I was watching Ivan. So
yeah, same here. I've been watching him before we started doing our show.
The first time I ever showed my face was on Echo Base Network.
Yeah.
That was the first time.
Well, I appreciate it, Nick. You take it easy, buddy.
Yep. Thanks again, guys.
Have a good one,
see y'all
Nick.
later.
See you later, Nick.
Good night, Nick.
Bye, guys.
And because Salty Texas C is a good friend of our show, gave us a $1.99 super chat. Outstanding show today, PCM. Exceptional work, Ivan. You've got a lot of fans on the panel and in the chat. So we have a great love for your work. But also, there's something really cool about you. And it's not because you're some suave Mexican dude. Don't even fake it. You're not. You're a nerd.
Yeah, I am.
You're a nerd. You're a geek.
hence the anime figures.
But one thing I notice is missing is your dinosaur. I don't see your Jurassic Park dinosaur. Where is that?
Well, all of my dinosaurs are actually over there on the counter in the kitchen. You can see them.
Because they're making lunch.
There they are.
Okay, they're making lunch.
so yeah, and I have them like all over the place, but yeah, here I was just like, I'm gonna keep just the anime. But over there, like in the kitchen, is the Jurassic Park area.
Nice. They know how to make food then, I guess.
Seems appropriate.
And of course, Salty Texas, thank you for the super chat. And for that, you get, let me find a video for you. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm going to give you my favorite one. It's always my favorite to go to.
Well, whatever helps you sleep at night.
Oh, no, not that one.
I like you. You have balls.
There you go.
I like it. You have balls.
And I want to quickly apologize. Hopefully, you didn't take what I was giving as ideas as like telling you any type of direction or trying to tell you how to do your job. So I do want to take that into consideration.
Nobody pays attention to Steven, so don't worry.
I know that. Thank you, Derek.
You're just a filthy Canadian, man.
No, I think what you said was good stuff, man. Unusual that it's good, but it was good. Thank you, Steven. And always thank you for being a part of this panel. You're important. No matter how much I shit on you. We got anything? Anybody asking any questions?
If there's one edit you want to work on that you would have free reign to do whatever you wanted, what would it be? And would it be The Crow?
Okay.
If I had like an already existing movie,
pretty much anything. If you were able to do any type of edit you wanted to and had all the resources, what would it be? The eyebrows went up. You just got all love in your heart right there.
I think, yeah, it would have to be the Iron Fist series.
Yeah, I've been waiting.
Please
for
fix that. Please
I've
fix
been
that.
waiting for so long since you announced the first time, dude.
Yeah, because here's the thing. So I finally decided what I want to do with because I edit for a living, you know, and editing YouTube videos, putting that much effort into editing YouTube videos, it's not something that I am interested in. So lately, I've been putting videos that have the bare minimum. Sometimes not even an edit. I just record and that's it. So that's when I was like, you know what? I can record these things and just do the Twitch thing and edit those things, and that's it. And instead of doing like dedicated edited videos, so that way it makes it easier for me, like mentally. So I'm not going to do this now that I know the ropes. Whatever edit that I do is gonna be for me, and this is my version. Whoever likes it, good. If you don't like it, I don't care. Like really, I couldn't care less if you like it or not.
No, but I'm really
doing
excited.
this for me, so that way I can actually like.
All art should be done that
into-
way.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
And I'm just really excited to see what you will do with the character, because Iron Fist is also one of my favorite characters, and I would love to like see what you would do with him and give him justice.
Oh
Yes,
my
I know you
God.
get that tattoo. I love that tattoo so much. And Ivan Ortega is the real Iron Fist of this world, man.
Just need to get back into better shape, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm
And
excited.
speaking of that, I saw your arm. So what happened? You were doing some martial arts training. What happened to your arm?
Oh well, yeah. So yeah, I was training martial arts. I'm training for my instructor certification, and well, right now I'm training Wing Chun, and I know what everyone can say.
No, Wing Chun
Wing
is a really good form,
but sadly, it has a very bad rep from a lot of people, because Wing Chun is one of those martial arts that are very. If you don't train it very well, it's super easy for people to just like bullshit their way through it. And that's what you see. Like, oh, we have a Wing Chun master versus Jiu-Jitsu, and then the Wing Chun guy gets the crap beat out of it. And you like that's the problem. Wing Chun has such a bad rap. But I've been training it for almost 9 years. No, actually almost 10 years. And I can say it is a fantastic martial art. So yesterday we were training to defend any type of punch, any type of hit from a drunken bar person. You know, we were definitely going at it. We weren't holding back and see what would hold up, because I think that martial arts, any martial art, even Taekwondo.
Well, it's a good idea to not always use the style that you're studying when you go to do your attacks.
Oh yeah, especially because you never
know what's going to be thrown at you.
No one's gonna fight you.
Yeah, the odds of you running into another Wing Chun artist out there in a fist fight's just ridiculously
like you're going to get the, you know, like, and that's how they do it. Like in most fights, you'll see them just like going like that, and that's what you're gonna face. Extremely erratic, extremely chaotic environment, and then you're gonna be under pressure. And if you're not used to being under pressure, because that's the thing, you need to get used to being under pressure. Period.
Yeah.
Now,
Just
Mr.
go to a-
Drunk
just
has
go
a
to a
great
big soccer
statement
game.
here. It says, "I bet Ivan knows how to kill a guy in a bunch of ways with one hand." Now, I'm going to tell you a little something. Chuck Dixon, you know who he is, co-creator of Bane, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's a friend of mine. Him and Graham. Graham named our show. Graham Nolan. And Chuck was reading some of my actual quotes, things I've said to guys in the military, and he liked one of them so much he stole it and used it in one of his books. Where I turned to this guy and I just looked at him. I said, "You know, I can kill you more ways than you know how to die."
Oh, nice.
The Chuck's like, I'm stealing that from you, and I'm not going to give you any credit for it.
No, that's a good one.
Thank you.
That's a really good one.
Yeah, I've said some fucked up things to people in my life. But
You need to
we're
monetize
coming to
that
the
one.
end of the show, and there's something that I've wanted to ask you for a long time.
Yes.
every single editor, filmmaker goes through this painful process of what gets left on the floor.
Mhm.
And what were your regrets with your edit on The Last Jedi?
My regrets were mostly, I would say, mostly the fight.
Oh,
I
yeah,
wanted
the lightsaber
to,
fight that you
I
yeah,
wanted
the
to give
last
a
fight,
fight,
yes,
and
because you were training to that too, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
I was.
Yeah, I
going
watched all your
ham.
videos on
yeah.
that. And
Which, just by the way, and I haven't said this publicly, but I'm pretty sure Disney saw my fight and copied moves, because there are moves from my fight that I was rehearsing that you can see, and I'll point it out, that they used in the Rise of Skywalker that have never been done in a Star Wars movie before, that Steven
Yeah.
and I came up with. And I saw it in the movie, and I was like, they've never done that. Why would they do that? It's almost exactly the way Steven and I rehearsed it. So
Then I
that
need to go
was,
back and look at it. Yeah, I need to
yeah,
go
like
back
for
and look at
example,
it now.
there's a part.
I can't watch it again. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't worry about it. But there's a part when I'm fighting with Steven
Yeah.
where he launches.
Oh, I can watch your videos, though.
He swings the lightsaber to me. I know, I
Yeah.
swing it to him, and him as Luke Skywalker. Oh no, me as Kylo Ren. I stop it with the Force. Like, but it's
yeah.
a swing, and I stop it with the Force, and I
Yes,
struggle a
yes.
bit, and then he kind of breaks it, and then we continue with the fight. But it's a very specific moment there, and then in the Rise of Skywalker, Rey's, like, Kylo Ren goes to do that, and Rey stops it in the same
Yes,
way I did
yes.
it. Now there's another part where where Luke in our fight goes and has the lightsaber, goes to thrust and turns it off and just places the hilt.
Yeah.
It's the movement that in the Rise of Skywalker, the way they had it, to where the lightsaber was off, placed it on Kylo, and then turn it on. It was almost identical to how we did it, just in reverse. And I was just like,
Yeah, it's not an
Disney.
accident.
Have you seen my videos or something?
Like, I know you're doing some shit right there. Like, I know you know me. I know I'm banned from Disney. Like, I know that. But the fight was, and honestly, when it comes to the fight, I hate that I could never do it, because there were a lot of factors involved. You have to know.
Yeah.
Like, I had to keep up with rent and everything, but then Steven unfortunately had life to deal with. I got into a major depression that year because of all the backlash that I was getting from people.
Yeah.
It was really getting into me, and we lost our momentum, and we tried to get back into it, but it was too late, and people already calling me a fraud and everything. So many things were happening, and people were not understanding. To film a fight scene to this level, it takes not like years to do.
Yeah.
Here, read this, Ivan. Read
What?
down below.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's talk about Kimba, the white lion.
Exactly.
Yes, Kimba the White Line. Fuck yeah, dude. I love
Yeah,
the White Line, man.
Our
Oh
executive
my God.
producer, Mexican Iron Man, is in the chat.
Hail,
Hail
Mexican.
panel and hearty welcome and hail to the great Ivan Ortega.
Thank you.
Seriously, Mike, get him on Latino Slant. He needs to be on there.
Yep.
Big time.
Yes.
But don't steal him from me, because we're going to do that martial arts thing. So fuck you guys.
It's mine.
Mexican
Fuck
Iron
off.
Man is probably one of the best things that happened to me, because he has really helped me with the momentum of really pushing the show and making it into something more than what it was. And I deeply appreciate his existence. And I want to thank him for his $9.99 super chat. And for him, I'm going to give him my very special Monty Python. Where's it at? Here it is.
Right. Get on with it. Get on with it.
There we go.
Nice. So great.
And of course, a great non sequitur.
Here is the neighbor who told us where they were.
Nothing funny than a non sequitur.
Silly, silly, silly.
But this is our build up to the end. Ivan, I deeply appreciate you coming on the show again, man.
No, thank
You're
you.
such a great fucking person. And I don't know if you realize how awesome you really are, because you're educational, you're informative, and on top of that, you're such a joy to sit with.
Thank you.
And you're very
Means a lot.
personable. You're kind of hammy, but that's okay.
He's a teacher. That's what he is.
No, you are.
at his
You're
heart.
a natural teacher,
He
and
is.
and you've got a great, gentle personality.
Thank you.
And
You do.
which probably means you're really mean in a fist fight. Because it's been my experience, the funniest, nicest guys are usually the most dangerous.
Yeah. Well, you've seen his chest, so you understand how powerful he really is. So
That is true. And of course, you got a lot of love from Martin Acosta Santana in the chat.
Thank you, Martin.
I do want to go back over what he said. Hold on, let me go back up here. He said, Ivan, I love your TLJ edit. I will never stop to praise it. Stop praising is what he means. In fact, it is the only version of the film allowed in my household.
Good.
However, what I enjoyed the most about it was watch your live streams while editing it. It was very informative. I learned a lot since then. I see movies differently.
Well,
and that's true.
With that said, like I said, I'm going to stream my editing of Boba Fett live. There's not going to be a moment where
Not
I'm
on
going
YouTube,
to,
but on
Twitch. Yeah,
On Twitch,
because
yes.
YouTube will block it immediately. So I would, like I said, there's not going to be a moment that I'm going to be editing Boba Fett that is like off cameras. Everything is going to be done there, like live. You'll see
Right
me
there in live,
trying
yes.
things. You'll see me failing at things. Everything,
Yeah.
like every
So
single
just
moment
having a great time
will
with
be
people and
done there.
doing this.
You said on your
Um,
Twitch channel, you said?
Yes, on my
That's where you're doing
Twitch
it?
channel.
Jerry, put a link. to
Yeah,
that in
before
there.
we go,
Right there.
I'll make sure to get all that info from you, because I'm just getting
What I was going to
I'm
say,
new to Twitch.
I'm going to make a video on my channel where I'm going to pretty much give all that instruction, because even my Twitch right now, I have no idea what the name is. Like, I think
It's
like
something.
it was Ivan the Last Jedi re-edit at some point. Then I changed it immediately, and I think right now it's like Smooth Latin.
Just change
Taco
it
or
to
something.
this, and it'll work. Bork, bork, bork.
Yeah, I might as well.
Bork, bork, bork.
So whenever I do that, whenever I announce my re-edit of Boba Fett, if you guys wouldn't mind like stopping by or anything like that.
I'll be a regular over there.
Me too.
Martin has a question for you. Ivan, any chances of a positive tea time comeback?
Yes. Right now I'm making changes in my life to where I'm not as busy. To make that happen again. Because I did love doing the positivity time. So yeah, there is a
they were
chance
great.
of coming back, but let me get back into the groove of doing YouTube, and then once I get back into the groove, definitely.
To all my fellow panelists, go ahead and grift your channels in the chat. I want to thank you guys
I
for
just
being
have
on
one
the show
question
with me.
from Diego from Midnight Espanol that he wanted me to ask you, Ivan.
Yes.
Whatever happened with the anime thing on Geeks and Gamers? Because he's missing it.
Oh, dude. So here's the thing: we've sent waifus with Geeks and Gamers. It was such a pretty much. This is the best way I can put it. We are debating on whether to make it its own channel or not. But right now, Geeks and Gamers is so busy expanding a lot of things, and I thankfully and not thankfully at the same time, I'm very involved with that. because Jeremy has the IQ of a monkey to edit his things. So that's where I come in. And like honestly, my priority within Geeks and Gamers is to help the team.
Yeah.
And right now, creating an anime channel is not a priority. And they know that if we do create an anime channel, it's going to be reducing my time with them, which is something that right now, even I know they can't really afford.
Yeah.
So that's what's happening. But but things are moving into that direction, because trust me, I miss doing the anime whips and waifus with
it's understandable. It's anime, man.
Oh, yeah. Clearly, I'm not into it. Clearly,
no, not at all, dude. I'm just gonna go to your house when you fall asleep, man. I'm just gonna travel to Norway and over there and take everything, dude.
Nice.
I want to thank everybody for being here. Gosh darn it, I wish he was still here, but Dork Knight, he is doing so much for us on the back end of doing our website. We were up until 2 o'clock in the morning working on the website together. He's so helpful with everything. Thank you, Dork Knight. We deeply appreciate it. I want to thank Jace for being here. Thank you, buddy. And of course, my good friend, the other fat, jolly fellow that has a beard, is my good friend Matt from Matt Vader from The Salty Nerd.
I was happy to be a floating head here today.
Yes, and by the way, we are going to get those pins made soon, so I want my pin up front and center, brother.
The pin machine is in a box right now. I'm in the process.
Oh no, I'm going to get our own.
So,
we're going to make our own pins, buddy, and I'm going to send one to you.
It was a pleasure being here, man. It was a pleasure.
Of course, Viking out of time. I understand in England things are really rough over there with the Middle Ages. I hope you guys can make it through the Middle Ages, into the Dark Ages, and then into the new Renaissance eventually. I do know that you had punk rock at one time. It was really nice. I'm fucking with him because he's British.
Really ruled, mate.
What? I can never understand him. What are you saying?
Oh yeah, by the way, Ivan, we are just creating our own GoFundMe to get this arsehole dictionary so you can finally understand me. So if you want to chip in, mate, you are
That's good.
So thanks for being here, Viking. I appreciate it. Steven, our deleted scenes friend who lives in South Carolina. Appreciate you being here, brother. And of course, our partner in crime in doing this show is none other than Fat Steven Seagal. Who's one of my best friends and one of my favorite people to do show. And he gets a lot of hate out there, and I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. I love that guy. Steven, you're my bro.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here, buddy. And when I get bored and do another Steven Seagal drawing, I'll send it to you for a new logo. But Ivan, thank you so much for being here, man.
No, thank you.
Appreciate it. And when we're done here, let's talk for a few minutes about drumming, because that was one thing I've not gotten to talk to you about, because I am a drummer.
Sure.
And I've been drumming since I was 4. And it's just, man, I've been in so many bands. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I want to thank everybody in the chat, especially, of course, those of you who gave us money.
Of course.
Thanks, guys. It's deeply appreciated. Your emotional and chat support is great. The financial support is even better, but not much. But it is better because we can actually pay for things with it, because I can't buy shit with your love. And but we love you guys, and we deeply appreciate the chat. And Purple Valkyrie, you know how awesome you are. I want to get her on the show again. She's never on here. I want to get her on here. And of course, Martin Acosta Santana, you are a dear member of this chat. We love you. Love all you guys. This is the end of the show. Ivan, thank you so much for being here, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It was an honor, man, to finally meet you.
I will play one more video before our outro.
We've all become God's madmen. All of us.
Best fucking scene in that movie, man. It really was. And there's a movie for somebody who should have been fired as a continuity editor. Tell me I'm wrong, Ivan. There was so much continuity errors in that film. It was ridiculous.
Just like
hats changing hands to guys sitting on a hat that was just in somebody's hand.
No, just like Revenge of the Sith.
Oh yeah, so just so much continuity errors. But again, end of the show. We're getting the fuck out of here. Everybody have a wonderful weekend, and more importantly, please get off our fucking lawns.
Hey guys, thanks for watching Pop Culture Minefield. If you've enjoyed the show,
everybody
please
stick
remember
around for
to
after show
like
chat
and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon.
Except for you people.
Remember,
Fuck you.
can
Fuck
find
you,
us
Gary.
at Pop Culture Minefield on both Facebook and
Swedish?
Instagram. Thank you again.
That sounded Swedish.
Det var det inte. Nej.
What are you people doing in my room?
Bye, PJO. Love you. Ciao, Takaraj. Bye, Marky the That service in general is so This is Tickle Chart. Y'all so sexy.